What's the one thing people know about you? I'm a student. And what is the one thing people don't know about you? That I'm a sugar baby. What is a sugar baby? Sugar baby is someone who enjoys the finer things in life, like expensive gifts and luxurious travels by her sugar daddy. Oh, thank you. I am no longer a sugar baby, and I will explain that right now on why I am no longer a sugar baby and why I no longer have a sugar daddy attached. Now, of course, I have been being a sugar baby for a while now. I'm 25 years old. I started when I was 20 years old. Now I'm a sugar daddy. I pay for all this stuff from sugar daddies that I've never even met. That don't want nothing from, that want to mentor me, that just want to spoil me and buy me whatever the fuck I want.
The commotion began on June 23rd at approximately 3 a.m. when Gregory Lewick were unable to contact his daughter, Mackenzie Lewick, after she recently left California from attending her grandmother's funeral. He became very concerned. A wellness check was requested by Gregory, and police would later search Mackenzie's apartment, only to find her car still parked in front of her building. With almost a week and still no communication, Mackenzie would officially be announced missing. It was then police began searching the premises for any possible clues. Digital forensics would later reveal Mackenzie arrived at the International Salt Lake Airport in Utah, to which she then ordered a taxi heading to Hatch Park in North Salt Lake. There, she would then text an unknown number with an IP address relatively close to the area. IP address stands for Internet Protocol Address. This contains a unique string of numbers that is assigned to you whenever you are connected to any internet access point, ultimately revealing your present location. A digital footprint would disclose the person contacting Mackenzie was located at 547 North on 1000 West in the Fair Park neighborhood. A residence owned by a male named Ajayi Ayoola, a Nigerian migrant who attended the University of Utah. Police would then arrive at Ajayi's residence unexpected with a search warrant. Ajayi was unable to re-enter the premises until the objectives of the search warrant has been completed, since the evidence acquired were digital messages sent from a cellular device. Ajayi's cell phone was confiscated as well as his car and other properties. It's worth noting a person's kinesics and verbal reciprocation when they're caught off guard. Their reactions will most likely be more genuine as they wouldn't have time to rehearse or forge a fake narrative on the spot.
They didn't give me the search warrant. I authorized it before. And then when they said the search...
have the search warrant in hand.
Can I borrow your phone then to call my lawyer?
I'm going to give you her phone number right now. You remember her name? When we went that?
Susanna.
Yep.
Please go ahead and decide whatever you want.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I need a phone for her. Salt Lake Police, anybody down here? Hello? Salt Lake Police, can you come out, please?
I'm gonna be working at the airport.
Do you have? Grab your wallet. We have.
Yes,
Okay.
he
So
just
we have
wants to
some.
start key.
We have some detectives upstairs. Let's walk upstairs. Let's double check that real quick, and then I probably got no issue with that. But let's double check with that. House clear, just the one Airbnb guy in the whole place.
Not completely abnormal, but most certainly an overt peculiarity. One can safely hypothesize Ajayi seems more relaxed than he should be, given the severity of the situation.
You want to sit in the shade somewhere better, man? That looked like
I want to knock on my neighbor's door to call my lawyer. Is that okay?
You're free to go. You can go anywhere you want, except the house or the car or the garage. So, no house, no car, no garage, no rest of the property. I'll see if you can get a patrol or something on you guys.
Gotcha. I went and stole one of those pizzas on the third floor if you guys want any. It's on the front seat of my car.
Is it a pie?
A neighbor reported visually seeing Ajayi burn stuff in his backyard days prior and reported smelling a very foul odor. The neighbor wasn't certain on what he was burning, so police were granted permission to search the neighboring property.
Well, I really didn't look, but there's burnt stuff, just like paper and that.
Where's
on
your
my
house?
side, the yellow one.
Is it okay if we come back there and look?
I don't mind.
Is that okay?
Release their brigade at 11:30.
Yeah.
And he just said just take pictures, so we didn't notice, I didn't notice anything until yesterday. He happened with the dog farmers. But yeah, it was, see there's some burnt paper there. And there's some stuff there.
Highway 6410.
And then here's some more, well that's a piece
Highway
of paper.
64 1102.
But does that look like a bone or,
No, it doesn't look like a bone, but
huh?
definitely. It's cloth.
Cut up jeans, man.
Leave it there. And I'm gonna go tell the sergeant to come back and look at
You
it.
don't want me to bring it up?
No, just leave it where it was. Just stay here with it and I'll be right back.
Ajayi wasn't being detained, so he was free to go while the investigation commenced. Reluctantly, he decided to reach out to law enforcement, to which he claimed he was extremely paranoid and wanted to clear his name.
I thought yours was for ladies. Oh, I was going to bring the whole hard drive of the old security camera, but my lawyer told me that because you mentioned that the IP and everything that I should hold back.
Okay.
And she asked me to be careful what I share with you because then she said it doesn't make sense for my IP to be showing.
In regards to digital forensics and fully understanding the context of the situation, There could only be a few logical explanations as to why Ajayi's IP address was shown texting Mackenzie the night of her arrival. 1. Ajayi himself contacted Mackenzie. 2. Someone within Ajayi's household contacted Mackenzie. Or 3. Someone was able to compromise his unique 8-digit IP address, then contact Mackenzie. While 2 sounds more logical than the third, it isn't completely impossible, and the detective reinforces that probability by reminding Ajayi that he's free to go at any time.
Well, let me just go through this. You called me afterwards and you showed me some screenshots of your phone, right?
Yes.
You're here, you said you wanted to come down and show us some stuff and everything.
Yes.
Okay, so we didn't call you down here, you're not under arrest, you're not being detained, you can leave anytime you want to, okay?
It just doesn't make sense. I want to get to the root of it
Sure.
too.
Yeah.
Because when you said my IP is showing,
Right.
that means something is wrong.
Okay, so you're still willing to talk to us and show us the things, right?
I only want to share 2 things with you.
Okay.
So that's the seeking arrangement. So if you see, some of them are even in Seattle. And some of them, so it's like, even some of them are in Philippines. So I have PTSD and anxiety. I just need to talk to someone whenever I'm alone and I'm freaking out.
To provide said context, Seeking Arrangements is an online dating website primarily focused for its exclusive financial benefits. If Ajayi truly wanted to talk to someone, he could have chose any other platform besides a dating app made for sugar babies. This gives the impression that Ajayi is subtly insinuating that he may have contacted Mackenzie due to his phone number being linked to the app.
So when you joined that site,
Mm-hmm.
do they give you a different phone number for that site?
No. People normally put a number there to share with people. So I think that's how on my profile, just put my phone number there.
What phone number did you put down?
That 435. And you can see that's high message. So that means she's using iPhone and I'm using iPhone.
So she just texted your number.
Yeah.
This isn't over the app.
Yeah. I don't know, but on the profile, you can put whatever you want there. So my profile, I have my phone number there in the description that I just need someone to chat with.
Can you show me that?
Yeah.
The detective on the left makes a great comment, leaving room for speculation. If Ajayi claims to have possibly contacted Mackenzie through the dating app, why was Mackenzie heading to a location 7 miles from Ajayi's home?
So why is homicide reaching out? Why not like...
We do missing persons as well.
Okay.
It's not just homicide, we do missing people too.
Because that's scary. If homicide is looking for someone. That's why I was freaking out and I started logging into everything. I even downloaded the whole security camera.
Yeah.
And I was going to bring it here just to prove that I was under the camera the whole time. Yeah, I have a security camera in my living room. So, and when I view it, I was there the whole time that night. And then, just like I just showed you today, my baby mama was with me, and she's pregnant. I have a username.
An ID number or anything?
So, yeah, they're done. I think I closed my own username. That's why it's asking me to choose a username.
Guilty suspects may often try to replicate an innocent persona by asking simple questions such as, why is the homicide unit involved, can give the impression that Ajayi genuinely doesn't know what's going on. However, openly admitting to closing his online dating account would undoubtedly raise red flags in the detective's minds, as this shows a physical attempt to distance himself from the situation.
Yeah. And
See all these dates right here?
Mm-hmm.
The 17th, all these dates and times, the 16th when I told you, and when you
Mhm.
told me it's 6:12, all these messages are messaging her phone from your Wi-Fi, from your IP.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's why we're coming to talk to you. We didn't just pick you out from a phone book, you know?
Yeah, that's why I was freaking out. I started logging into everything. It's like, I need to start gathering information. I even called my lawyer already. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
you said you downloaded
Yes, and I was...
from the 17th, between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m.?
Yes, so...
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you did this or you were involved in it at all. I'm just saying that someone at your house or someone was using your IP address, that's all.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it.
I would like to do that because I'm freaking out already. I have anxiety and I have PTSD, so that's why I've been calling you, like, please let me help if any way I can help. Even my lawyer don't want me to come here right now. So, the last time, here's my front door. I don't know if you remember it. That's my front door. That's the front door camera.
That's daylight. I'm talking about nighttime.
Yeah, so that the last time is a motion sensor. The last time someone get from the come in, it's 9:58, 9:58 p.m. And then it jumped to 6 a.m. in the morning.
Right, but I have the same system. I can pause it, you know.
Ajayi claims his motion sensor camera picked up movement at 9:48 p.m. The next time it was activated were at 6 a.m. Mackenzie was reported calling a taxi around 3 a.m. heading to Hatch Park that exact day. The detective on the left rebuttals Ajayi's evidence by saying he has the same system and he can pause it at any time.
But if you pause it, I can give you access to Vivint. I can give you authorization and see if anything is deleted. And I also have the hard drive. I can give the hard drive to you.
Okay.
And if someone deleted it, you'll be able to see like time different, like it just. But what I can do is, you are right. Someone can delete it, but one thing that someone can do is, around that time, you can still view the old video from then. So that's someone delivering Grubhub, just like I told you that I was looking for food. So now let me just, you can still view the old video. So you can still view everything. And the one thing is that when someone comes in, that light up.
Right.
And the old time I view everything, the light doesn't light up. You can see there's no dots there. So skip the next video. The next video is at there, and then the light doesn't light up.
Well, that's at 3-something a.m.
Yep.
Who's that at 3-something?
It's lit.
Right when the officer notices someone in the video around 3 a.m., Ajayi withholds the evidence and claims he needs Wi-Fi to proceed. He doesn't get the Wi-Fi and the video viewing is over.
So on that website, you can put it there like, you don't want this type of race or this type of gender. So she stopped responding once I sent her my pictures. I thought maybe she just doesn't want my type of race, so I just stopped responding to her.
Right. But she actually texted you on your phone number.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe there's a possibility we talked in the past. I've been on it for 2 years. I go in and out. And when I check it, there's some people even still message me today that I haven't talked to since last year. And she just messaged me today, like, did you still need someone to talk to? And I said, not today, that I have someone that I'm talking to right now.
So you haven't deleted any text from that number?
No. The only difference is that I upgraded from iPhone 6 to iPhone 10. So I brought it with me.
Which one did you have on the 16th and 17th?
This is an extremely crucial moment in this investigation. Ajayi now reveals having 2 phones. Police confiscated one phone from Ajayi, but didn't compromise the second one.
We're going to run this phone back. Okay.
He most likely could have gave investigators the phone he uses when he's around his baby mother. Remember, he claimed he doesn't want her to know he's on this app.
Because my baby mama used my computer, so I kind of put it on the app. And she's always with me most of the time. Only when she's not with me that I use this. I haven't used it in a while. Because once I know that I'm going to be a dad, so I just thought I should stay off everything.
Right.
Ajayi could have deleted any messages or evidence linking to Mackenzie's disappearance.
This one I haven't used it since last year. Even right now it's not even charged because I haven't used it since last year.
So earlier you said we could have to take your phone and download it. Are you still willing to do that or no?
I just need to call my lawyer and see if it's okay. Because I want to help as much as I can.
Sure.
But she's saying that some police just want to pin it on someone, that they can pin it on me. But I have the hard drive in my car. I downloaded the old hard drive that have the old security camera. I even downloaded the whole text and all my text messages from my phone provider. I brought everything with me. But on my way here, she was like, "You are going to shoot yourself in the foot."
I'm talking about, we take your phone, we hook it up to a machine, and we download the contents of your phone.
Let me get an approval from her first.
Okay. You want to do that now, or you want to do it tomorrow? Give me a call?
I work tomorrow. I work Tuesday to Saturday.
What time do you work?
I work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I can come by this time. If she approves.
I'll be here all day. I get here at 6 a.m. So
if you download a word on it, are you going to download
everything that's on your phone?
So you're just going to mirror the phone.
Exactly.
So you have access to the app, the browsing history, everything.
See, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I just need the approval.
That's fine. Give me a call tomorrow morning when you wake up. Let me know what they said.
Okay. And I'm willing, if you have anything that you need from me, I'm willing to give it to you.
You know, AJ, the only reason, you can understand if this was your sister or something, or your mom, we'd be working just as hard to find her for you, okay? This family is in that same boat. We just want to do everything we can, and just because you've chatted with her, you've texted back and forth twice, or however many times, and it's bouncing off your IP address, we just want to cross every avenue to make sure that people aren't involved, people who are staying with you, people might be parked outside of your house using your Wi-Fi. We just want to make sure.
Okay.
Okay, so talk to your attorney. You got my number. Give me a call in the morning.
And another thing is that when people come to my house, my phone is not locked. So that one is also part of it. But on that day, the only person that comes to my house is my baby mama, and she never touched my phone without me because we are not dating anymore. So, and just like I showed you, she came over at 9 p.m. And she stayed till late.
Okay. All right, yeah. Give me a holler in the morning, and we'll go from there, all right?
If I bring my phone along, will it take so I can plan on...
You bring the phone?
If I come back and I bring my phone, actually, my lawyer's calling me back. She wants to make sure I didn't tell you anything.
It isn't for certain what transpired a few days after, but Ajayi did reach out to law enforcement, to which he was questioned by a more confrontational detective. The video has not been released, so further analysis unfortunately ceases. But we have been given a quite pivotal moment of that interrogation.
We've had a week and a half now to prepare, and we have been very busy because I care about Mackenzie, and I want her. I think you did care about her. I agree. And I know that there's more for you to tell me, and you're holding back, and I don't understand why. AJ, I just told you that your phone records and the location put you up at the meet. Do you think, honestly, and expect me to believe that you ended that conversation and somehow you and her location end up in the exact same spot?
Oh, I'm not doubting you. If I see that too, if I'm in your case, I would be asking myself, what are you asking me right now?
It's not a miraculous question.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
Stuff doesn't just happen.
No.
Yes, I agree with you.
I'm telling you to explain that. And so far, you have not.
Well, how do I explain something I don't know?
Are you saying you don't know or you don't remember? Because those are two different things, AJ.
Detectives talked to Ajayi for hours, leaving him in the room overnight before releasing him the next morning.
After weeks of investigating, Ajayi eventually admitted to picking up Mackenzie that day. He disabled his security camera moments before entering his residence with Mackenzie to avoid documentation of himself. He began by zip-tying her hands behind her back, then proceeded to strangle her. After she went unconscious, Ajayi then hit Mackenzie on the head with a blunt object, causing a 5-centimeter hole on her skull. This would ultimately cause her death. After Mackenzie had passed, Ajayi digged a shallow grave and began burning her body and her belongings in his backyard. Muscle tissues as well as other body fluids were found inside the grave and throughout the backyard. After his first police encounter, Ajayi would relocate Mackenzie's charred body to Logan Canyon, whilst throwing her belongings in the Jordan River. On October 23rd, Ajayi was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 5 years for the desecration of Mackenzie's body.
Having considered all the information then presented in this case, including the Rule 11 plea previously approved by the court, the sentences are imposed as follows. In case number 191906862, count 1 criminal homicide, aggravated murder, a first-degree felony, life in prison without parole. Count 2, abuse or desecration of a human body, a third-degree felony, the maximum sentence of an indeterminate term at the Utah State Prison of not more than 5 years. In case number 191908319, count 2, forcible sexual abuse, a second-degree felony, the maximum sentence of an indeterminate term at the Utah State Prison of not less than 1 year and no more than 15 years. In all cases, the restitution is ordered. The defendant has admitted to and is now convicted of arguably 3 of the most egregious of crimes in the criminal code: the crime of aggravated murder, the crime of abuse or desecration of a human body, and the crime of forcible sexual abuse. If certain penalties, including concurrent or consecutive sentences, are reserved for the worst cases, each of these charges on their own has the seriousness and magnitude or enormity that merits consecutive sentences. The facts surrounding the death